Sports Medicine is the most trusted of its kind in Northeast Indiana. That's because of the benefits our services provide you. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, the expert physicians at O&E, the area's only specialized athletic rehab, and the region's industry leader in sports performance, AWP. The roster coordinates your care in state-of-the-art facilities conveniently located in your community. To start your journey, visit us at parkviewsportsmedicine.com.
And join the pep band in the Fighting Saints Victory March.
This is high school basketball, heard on Redeemer Radio and online at redeemerradio.com. This basketball broadcast is sponsored in part by Holy Cross College at Notre Dame, Indiana. Turn up the dial and cheer on your team as announcers Kenny Barr and Bob Mers bring you the courtside action.
Welcome, basketball fans. I'm Kenny Barr. He's Bob Mers. And guess what we're doing? Our favorite thing to do, basketball. Ladies' night tonight out of Bishop Dwenger High School. And the Norwell Knights have come down to take on the Lady Saints of Bishop Dwenger. Norwell stands 6-3 in the season. They've been sporadic. They win 3, lose 1, win 1, lose 1, win a couple, lose 1. And they have played some common opponents. And they're not quite as tough this year as they have been. They're rated actually cheating on you, Bob, the state ranking. The coaches poll got Dwenger 11th and Norwell 13th.
Well, and last year Norwell won the sectionals, Kenny, and they lost 4 starters. So part of the reason that Norwell is struggling this year is when you lose 4 out of 5 starters, and Kaylee Roller, the starter tonight, is the only girl that saw much playing time last year. So you can see it's a learning process for the Norwell Lady Knights.
And it's a little learning process tonight, too, for the Bishop Dwenger Lady Saints. Last we saw, they were 6-0, and they've lost their last 4. But listen to who they've got beat by. Northrop, who's surprising everybody in the city. Homestead, Snyder, and Concordia. Let's pick probably 3 of the 4 toughest teams in North Indiana.
And then Northrop surprised Southside, and they're one of the top teams. So when you play that gamut and try to beat those teams, that's awful tough.
So it's going to be interesting. Probably toughen the Saints up a lot, and they're going to tee it up here a little bit. We're going to figure out who's who, and who is really improving as the season's about midway through. So let's go to our first spot in our opening prayer, and we'll be back with the starting lineups. And I'm ready to go. Redeemer Radio is what you're listening to, 106.3 FM, Northeast Indiana.
Make a difference in your life and others by joining. Every great team has focus and talent, and at Parkview Sports Medicine, our focus is on you. From performance training and nutrition counseling to orthopedic surgery, athletic rehab, and more, Parkview Sports Medicine's got you covered. You can trust us to bring together today's top experts in sports medicine to improve the performance and treatment of athletes like you. Go to parkview.com/sportsmedicine to learn how we can help you and the athletes in your life be your best. Parkview Sports Medicine. Upgrade your game.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Let us pray. As we gather in your name, O Lord, there are so many things for which we are grateful, for you have created us in your image and likeness, and you have filled us with gifts and talents and abilities. We thank you for the gifts that you have bestowed upon these athletes, their coaches, their parents, and their supporters. We ask you to bless this contest in which we show forth the beauty of creation by using our talents wisely. Help us always to use them for your greater honor and glory in a spirit of fairness and competition, so that this game may truly be a way of bringing to the world an awareness of you who are Lord forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the gifts you have bestowed upon us. We ask for your blessing upon these athletes as they compete, that they may do so safely and fairly, and give you glory in all of their achievements. Grant to the coaches, trainers, and referees wisdom and understanding, and for all who enjoy this competition as spectators, may our enthusiasm be filled with respect for all. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. The privilege of this game was made possible by those who have served and continue to serve for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us honor and respect their efforts and our country as
Follow Redeemer Radio on social media. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Search for the Redeemer Radio and like, follow, and tweet us to join in on the conversation.
Tweet you, Bob. Here we go. Which one would you like tonight? You want to do the Lady Saints?
It doesn't make sure. I'll take the Saints.
I'll do the Norwell Knights first.
Guard, number 12, Aubrey Dwenger.
Lady Knights tonight. Brielle Wilson, she is a junior, stands about 5'6". Aubrey Dwenger, she's a sophomore, 5'8".
Roller.
Two guards on the starting lineup. Kaylee Roller, she's a senior. We've seen her play quite a bit. She stands 5'5". She's not
Beer.
Courtney Beer, just talking to Bob. I think she's a 4-year
And your
starter.
center, number 44, Logan Wall.
Get that name.
The Lady Knights are coached by Eric Thornton.
5'8", Logan Rawls. They got spelled Rolls, but those who told him it's Logan Rawls. Eric Thornton has been coaching out there for 20 years as the head coach of the Norwell Lady Knights.
Bishop Dwenger Lady Saints, head coach of Cleveland Inn. Starting lineup.
And now, bringing us to your Bishop Dwenger Lady Saints.
St. Charles, Caitlin Ryan, number 12.
At guard from St. Charles.
Natalie Mowry, number 24, 5'9" senior from Woodside. Josie Kochman, 6'2", senior center, number 13 from St. Jude's. And Ellen Ross, she makes the Lady Saints really go on offense and defense. Very good rebounder. Number 25, 5'11" junior from St. Elizabeth. Pretty much the starting lineup they've been running with the last couple of games, Kenny.
And our first quarter is going to be brought to you by Holy Cross College. They are proud to bring the first quarter of tonight's game. Holy Cross College is an affordable Catholic college offering a life-changing, life-affirming education, and it's closer than you think. It's just 2 hours away. You can search for them on the web at Holy Cross College at NotreDame.com. And Josie Kochman is the last in the starting lineup to introduce, and the girls are going to hit the floor, and we are going to be off and running here in just about a minute or so.
What's interesting for Norwell, they go 5'5", 5'8", 5'5", 5'3", 5'8". So they're a little
inside.
Yes, and when you got Josie Kochman at 6'2" and Ellen Ross at 5'11", those two are usually control the backboard. So rebounding will be real big for Norwell tonight, and the pace of the game. Dwenger will want to push the pace, I think, Kenny.
Kochman going to jump center. The ball is now in the air. Tip controlled by the Saints. Ellen Ross goes and gets it, hands it off to Smith, and she brings it over the timeline, fades to the right side. Dribble drive, drops it off. They dump it back at the top of the third, swing it around the shell. Ross drives in the lane, brings it back out, throws it out to Mowry. Mowry runs it around the shell, and Smith has it at the top of the key, trying to find a way to drive. No room. She gets it to Ross. Ross, three-pointer. Whoops, that's the rangefinder we were talking about. Hit absolutely nothing. The rebound went to Norwell, but she stepped out of bounds. Courtney Beer did. So the first turnover of the ball game conveniently goes to the Saints underneath their own basket. Natalie Mowry going to trigger the ball in. She floats a high one to Ross. Ross catches it about the right toe. Works, and drops it off to Smith on a little give and go. Smith kicks it out. Three on the way from Ryan. No good. Rebound, tip, Ross. She puts it back up. Should have been fouled. No call. Missed it. And Beer comes out of the pack with the basketball. Tries to throw it forward. Norwell runs a little bit. Going to jack up a three. No, that was kind of ugly too. Kaylee Roller hit it way bad. Hit the iron. Comes straight down. That ball went shooting out of bounds, so the Saints are going to have the basketball.
Couple things evident, Kenny. Definitely on rebounding is going to be a key. Bishop Dwenger is going to do a real good job between Ross and Kochman, and somehow Norwell is going to have to slow down the rebounding.
Smith to Mowry, and they dump it to Ryan in the corner. Ryan looking for Kochman at the post. No to go, so she swings it out to Mowry again. Back out to Smith, the right wing. Smith throws an elbow, tries to make some room. Mowry going to jack up a three from her. Spot, bang, count it. And the Saints up 3-0. Natalie Mowry with the first bucket of the ball game.
Here comes the press. See how Norwell adjusted the press here, full court.
And not a bad break that time. They ran Beer to the center. They tried the secondary break. Blocked from the backside by Ross. As she grabbed the rebound, she stepped out of bounds. So a tit for tat kind of a thing, because the same thing happened to Courtney Beer on the other end of the floor. Norwell's going to have the basketball under their own basket with 6:33 And they're down 3-0 here early in the contest. Ross almost intercepted the end of the bounce pass. They got her trapped in the corner. Finally, she wiggles her way out of there. Kaylee Roller still has a basketball. She's going around the world. Oh, and she got tripped by Mowry and almost took a header as she hit the floor and slid about 10 feet out of bounds.
When Norwell's on defense, they're running a zone, and Bishop Dwenger's Lady Saints, Kenny, they're running man-to-man right now.
And they didn't call a foul.
Oh, what a play.
A quick inbounds pass and foul on the play, so the bucket didn't go in. Aubrey Dunnick had a nice little cut to the basket. So she is shooting the first free throws of the night. Foul goes against Ellen Ross. That is the second foul of the ball game against the Bishop Dwenger Saints. A brick would be the polite way to put that first free throw. As it Shaq-esque as she threw it up there and hit the iron and come right back at her. Second one, got a little more mustard on that one. It went in, so it's 3-1, 6:23. They get the ball to Smith quickly. She hustles down the floor and then hits the breaks. Tried to see if she could run almost a secondary break herself. She gets it over to Mowry. Mowry is dogged. They're going to throw it over the top. They get it over to Ross. Oh, nice spin move, gets to the inside baseline. Lost control, got it back, lost it again, threw it up. Foul on the play, and she's going to go to the free throw line for a couple. As Dunnick is going to be guilty of that personal foul. And Ross kind of got lucky on that one. It was a personal broken play. She went to the iron, lost it, got it, lost it, got it, and got fouled. And made her first free throw. So 4-1 your score. It's 6:07 first quarter action here at Bishop Dwenger High School.
Kenny, when we broadcast the Northrop Bishop Dwenger girls game about a week or two ago, Ellen Ross was 19 out of 22 from the foul line.
Yeah.
She's one girl you do not want to foul.
She is 2 for 2. And here comes the Lady Saints press. Back and forth, little pitch and catch between the Norwell guards. They still haven't got it over the timeline. They finally bounce it to Beer. Beer looks to throw it in the corner. A three on the way from Norwell. Off the back of the iron, long rebound. Run down by the Knights. They're going to reset the offense, throw it up the top, the key to Dunnick. Dunnick drives, dishes, flips it over to Wilson. Wilson drives, puts it up, and whistle stops play. So not much flow early here, Bob, as the Knights enjoy a 5-1 lead. Wilson going to go to the free throw line for the Knights at 5:45. That foul is going to go against Josie Kolkman. Her first of the ball game. That's 3 on Bishop Dwenger. And quickly, Winnie O'Brien jumps off the bench. She's going to go into the ball game for somebody on the Saints side of the world. Knuckleball goes in, makes it 5-2 as she missed the front end of the first one. And Caitlin Ryan is going to have a seat.
Norwell's 2 out of 4 from the foul line. They're going to have to pick that up if they want to win this game.
5:45, and here we go. Jada Smith brings the basketball up, walks it up, throws it to Mowry. And the two guards on the top of the zone, they're actually almost a 1-3-1 or a 1-1-3 because they've got one girl chasing the basketball and another girl's just kind of hanging there. Smith gets inside the lane, throws up a teardrop. It's no good. And tipped out of bounds by Norwell. The Saints will have the basketball. Tipped out by Ross. So the Knights are going to get the ball. Again, they're going to face the full court press. And the Saints are chasing the basketball. They pitch a catch it about 4 or 5 times back, and they're looking for Beer to flash to the middle. And there's going to be a problem.
Smart timeout by Norwell. And they'd have got a 10-second call, wouldn't they, Kenny?
Thornton called timeout. They were going to have a quick turnover. So we're going to take a 30-second break ourselves. You're listening to Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM, Northeast Indiana.
Successful coaches make changes to succeed by calling timeouts to make needed adjustments, for it's clear no change equals no change. This is David X with Union Savings Bank in Fort Wayne. I started mortgage lending in 1988. Since then, I've been trusted by thousands of area homeowners. I offer low closing costs and great rates on home lending so you can save big money both up front and over the life of your loan. Make a change for the better when purchasing a different home or refinancing to lower your payment. Call timeout, get your mortgage statement in hand. Call me anytime for your free mortgage checkup. And make sure you compare. Call David X, 418-6191. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
And we're back. Norwell takes the ball out of bounds, and they're greeted by the same press they had before. So they're, again, trying to pitch and catch it. This time they get it forward quicker. And in secondary break, they're going to put it up with the left hand. 2 chunks of iron, no bucket. Got their own rebound, kicked it out. They're going to run a half-court set here. Roller with the basketball. Hands it off to Wilson. Wilson drives and dishes to the outside.
Oh, that's too easy.
Gets inside, puts it up. No good. Rebound O'Brien. She's fouled. They didn't call the foul, but they are going to give the Saints the basketball as it was slapped out of bounds by Dunick of the Knights.
Dunick has 3 rebounds, Kenny. She's doing a nice job for Norwell. No one else has a rebound for the Lady Knights.
Mowry with the basketball, looks to dump it off in the corner to Ross. Lazy pass, almost got picked off. Ross drives the baseline, crashes into somebody. It's going to be called a block. And to add insult to injury, the ball didn't go in, but it come down and then hit Dunick in the head. And she was laying on the floor. She also gets called for the foul. That's her second, awfully early. So a change in the lineup. Alexa Mallory, a 5'11 senior, checks into the lineup for the Norwell Knights.
And again, that's a key substitution because Dunick has got all 3 rebounds. So someone's really going to have to pick up the rebounding for the Lady Knights.
O'Brien drove the baseline, dumped it off the post, but she put it up, missed it, but she's going to the free throw line. Good decision by O'Brien. She got to the baseline and got double teamed immediately and found Josie cutting to the basket. It was a nice little interior pass.
Josie Kochman had a good game against the Lady Cadets Friday night. Good rebounding and good scoring.
And she looks more comfortable at the free throw line since the last time we saw her. That was nice and smooth. 6-2 your score, 4:36 on first quarter.
As Kenny said, she shot it with a world of confidence.
That one looks the same way, and it went right in the same way. So 7-2 your score as Kochman converts on both free throws. And again, here comes the press. They're trying to play pitch and catch between Rawls and Roller. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to remain Norwell's basketball as the Saints press is really bothering the Knights. They're having trouble getting it up the floor almost every time. The
inexperience of Norwell playing varsity competition is really hurting them, and there's another turnover for Norwell.
They got it to Wilson on a break down the sidelines, and she dribbled it off her foot and threw it out of bounds. So the Saints get the ball back. Mowry triggers it to Smith, and here we go. Smith over the timeline left side. Changes hands. She dribbles both hands pretty proficiently. Throws it over the top to Mowry. Mowry looking to find O'Brien in the corner. She's not there, so she gives it to Smith, right wing. 3 on the way. Oop, hit the front of the iron. And nobody really aggressively chased that rebound. They just let it roll out of bounds.
Coach Inge can't be too happy, Kenny. To beat a zone, you got to sort of get that ball moving side to side, and Dwenger's not doing that right now.
That gets somebody to flash to the point so you can go in and out and see if you get that zone to move slower. But the press, Mowry picks it out of the sky.
They might get a 10-second.
There's going to be a foul.
Dwenger bailed him out that time, didn't they?
Smith got a chunk of Roller's arm as Mowry really disrupted that play. She got her arms up and deflected the basketball. Wilson down, and let's see. Brianne Barger checks into the lineup for Norwell. She's a freshman, 5'10 freshman. So we'll keep an eye on her. The press again applied. This time they bounce pass. They got it over the timeline, but then they're using half-court trap. Really bad for Norwell. Oh, O'Brien comes to the backside, knocked it out of bounds. No foul, and Norwell will retain possession of the basketball right in front of the Dwenger bench.
Dwenger's double teaming the basketball, giving Norwell all kinds of fits right now on offense.
Bounce pass deep. They get it in. Beard has the basketball. Takes a screen at the top. Bounce pass over to Rawls. Rawls, they're on the far side of the floor. And Rawls,
boy, they're calling everything right now.
Yeah, that's not a good flow over first quarter. 7-2 with 3:47 on the clock. Foul goes against Winnie O'Brien, her first of the ball game. And 5 on the Saints early. 3 on the way from Norwell, and the inbound
beautiful play.
Counted. That's Kaylee Roller drained that 3. 7-5 now your score. Knights down by 2. The Saints, we just lose a basketball on fourth error. We took it right back. O'Brien with the left hand and rolls it up and in. So 2 turnovers in a matter of a couple of seconds, and the Saints get a bucket out of the deal. 9-5 your score. Norwell breaks the press a little bit better than they have this time. Rawls with the basketball, drops it down inside to Mallory. Mallory uses her position, put it up, and threw it up way too hard. Ross gets the rebound on the weak side. Brings the basketball to the left side, finds Smith. Smith loads up the 3, then backs up, thinks about it. And they've got 2 really tall girls on the outside of the zone, Bob.
Yep. Dwenger's got to move that ball, get the ball moving side to side.
Yeah, O'Brien drives, pops, no good. Oh, the rebound goes over. Everybody's head. Smith takes it. 12-footer, left side, no good. Rebound. Tipped around Winnie
O'Brien's really hustling, isn't she?
She's working hard inside there. She didn't quite get the rebound. She batted it around a while. Beer brings the basketball up, hands it over to Roller. Roller throws it down in the corner to Rawls. Rawls back to Roller. Roller floats to the top of the key.
Nice play.
Nice back cut. She cut too deep, had to kick it outside. Shot goes up by Rawls, no good. A rebound Mallory of Norwell. They get another offensive glass. Roller, whoa, deep three, way wide left, hit the glass, comes shooting straight down, and Barger grabbed it. They threw it out to the right post, no good.
Dwengers, as tall as they are, Kenny, are not rebounding at all.
Norwell's moving the basketball fair. The defense is bothering the shot, but they're certainly not rebounding anything. This is the third or fourth time. And Coltman steals the ball on the interior pass. He gets forward to Smith. Smith down the left side of the floor.
That's what she's got to do.
Puts it up and in.
Jade is quick as anyone out there. She's got to take the ball right to the hole and put pressure on the defense of Norwell.
11-5 your score, 1:52 on the clock and counting. Again, the press put on by the Bishop Dwenger Lady Saints, and they take the ball away again. Bounce pass.
Oh, nice playing by O'Brien. Nice playing.
And Cleveland Ing is jumping around like a cheerleader. He is extremely pleased with that, and the timeout on the floor.
Good team basketball by the Lady Saints.
Let's take another 30-second break ourselves. You're listening to Redeemer Radio on 106.3 FM, Northeast Indiana.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend, and diamonds are forever. And since 1988, Peter Franklin has been bringing you the finest diamonds imported from overseas diamond cutters. Peter Franklin Jewelers. Jewelry created from concept to completion by our master goldsmiths on staff. Peter Franklin Jewelers, with 3 locations to serve you: New Haven, DuPont Road, and Angola. Remember, it's not just jewelry, it's Peter Franklin.
And we're back, basketball fans. 1:40 on the clock, first period. The Saints up 13-5. And Coach Ing, he's in the ball game tonight. He's out there jumping around and pretty pleased with his defense and the results of the full court press, again, put on by the Saints. Norwell's looking for somebody. They're going to throw it over to the dump. They saved it without throwing it out of bounds. Vanderboom, who just checked into the line.
Oh, nice pass. What a pass.
And now that was a well-executed play by the Lady Knights of Norwell. 13-7 your score. And Smith brings it up. Same spot on the floor every time. You might have to change that a little bit.
They switched. Yeah, they're running their zone now. Their zone press.
Bounce pass goes out of bounds. So a little aggressive on the bounce pass. Nobody was home to get it. And a change in the lineup for the Saints. I think Faith Taylor's going to check in the line. I'm going to give Ellen Ross a break here at 1:10. And I do believe Miss Wharton, Grace Wharton, also checked into the lineup at the timeout. So we've got some fresh legs chasing the basketball around. Bounce pass gets it forward, but it's rolling around, and Smith dives to the floor, gets it, and Cleveland Ing calls a timeout. So the Saints got the turnover and then saved the possession by calling a timeout. So while we're at it, let's go another 30-seconder. You're listening to Redeemer Radio on 106.3 FM in Northeast Indiana.
Redeemer Radio gladly thanks Dr. Mark Stoner, a St. Jude parishioner, for underwriting a portion of our programming. Dr. Stoner offers comprehensive dentistry for every family member. Dr. Stoner can be found at 9830 Auburn Road. For more information regarding all your dental needs, it can be found on the web at markstonerdds.com or at 260-484-4181.
We're back, basketball fans. The Saints have the basketball. Faith triggers it in to Jada Smith, and she brings it over. Drives again. Teardrop, put it up.
She got her own rebound, though.
A little bit too hard, so Bob called it. She's got her own rebound. She throws over to Wharton. Wharton bounce passes inside to Taylor. Taylor back out to O'Brien.
Copeland's begging for it.
Copeland, and she was fronted. It deflected the basketball. Norwell came away with it. Norwell over the timeline. Roller dumps it off in the corner to Beer. Beer flips it high to Archbold. And back to Roller. Roller stripped as she went in. Nice defense by Miss Smith that time. Roller tried to go to the right side of the lane, and Jada just slapped that basketball out of her hand before it ever got maybe shoulder high.
29 seconds left, and Dwenger's up 13-7. Boy, another foul on the Saints.
Bounce pass went into Archibald, and she was fouled immediately. That's 6 fouls on the Saints here this period. They've gone a couple of minutes without fouling, but guilty party is Faith Taylor. No shots. Bounce pass. Norwell has the basketball. Throws it. Cross court. Kind of a dangerous pass, but it found its mark. Vanderboom.
Whitney O'Brien's very aggressive, but you got to watch your fouls, Kenny. They're going to be in the 1-and-1 for 19 seconds in the entire second quarter. Cleveland Inns cannot be happy with that.
Natalie Maury checks back in the lineup. O'Brien out for her second foul of the ball game. Going to have a seat next to Coach Ross. Get a little coaching going on there. 13-7 your score, 19.3 on the clock. And the Lady Knights of Norwell at the free throw line. Makes the front end of the 1-and-1. So it's 13-8. 7 fouls on the Saints, 5, but only 3 on the Knights currently. Now, when you play a full court press like the Saints are now, you're going to pick up some fouls. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Norwell. Josie Copeland just grabbed it, ripped it right out of her arms over the back of her head and handed it to Smith and headed the other way. So Josie using a little bit of aggressiveness to take it away. 7 seconds, 6 seconds on the clock. Smith's going to have to get moving. She does. She drives with her left hand. Bounce pass to Kochman. Kochman puts it up way too hard off the glass, and that is the end of the quarter. 13-8 your score, and we're going to step out for a minute. You're listening to Bishop Dwenger Saints Lady Basketball on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM in Northeast Indiana.
Tri-State Warehousing is one of the most complete service-oriented companies in the warehousing field today. Located in Fort Wayne, Tri-State Warehousing is a 50,000 square foot dry and temperature-controlled storage facility, serving 2/3 of the continental U.S. with overnight rail service. The dedicated staff and specialty services of Tri-State Warehousing are known throughout the industry. For great things in store, call Tri-State Warehousing, 260-436-2010. That's 260-436-2010.
Shawnee Construction and Engineering is proud to support tonight's game. We specialize in commercial and industrial construction and use unique life cycle principles to provide our clients the highest quality craftsmanship for the life of the project. Shawnee Construction and Engineering are partners with you for lifetime savings. We can be found at ShawneeConstruction.com or at 260-489-1234. That's 260-489-1234.
Interested in traveling to the Holy Land in 2017? Learn more about our first International Odyssey at an information session at St. Elizabeth Ann Seton Parish on Wednesday, January 18th at 6 p.m. Learn about the Odyssey, ask your questions, and even save your seat on the plane. We can't wait to travel with you.
Norwell had the basketball, traveling the call right out of the gate. Courtney Beer got a little bit too fancy with her feet. The whistle blew, and within 7 seconds, the Saints have the basketball back. 13-8 to score, and it looks like the Saints have their, no, Wharton's in there, so almost their starting lineup to start the second quarter.
Against this zone, they got to move the ball, not so much dribbling, and move it like a hot potato and get it moving here.
Yep, and it's a 1-2-2 zone, and Norwell took it away for the first time in quite a while. Threw up a prayer on the secondary break, and it's no good, and Josie Copeland run the rebound down. So they got away with one that time. Here comes Smith, drives through the lane, falls down, ball out of bounds, and they're going to give it to the Knights. So she did the right thing. It's a 1-2-2 zone, I believe, Bob. They got the one girl on top chasing the basketball. But whatever side the ball's on, they're kind of sort of coming out and chasing it. Norwell gets it over the timeline and quickly from behind. Nice defense by Wharton. I think she's going to get called for the foul, though. She just about had the steal.
If I'm a Coach Inge, I know you want to press Kenny, but it's the way they're calling him so close. Dwenger's already got 8 fouls, and this pressing might really play into the hands of Norwell right now.
13-8 to score, and the clock has stopped, and Norwell's at the free throw line. First one is good. Counted for Logan Rawls, excuse me. That makes the score 13-9, 7:16 on the clock here. Second period action.
Norwell's 4 out of 7 from the foul line. And I bet they get a shoot again.
Nope.
Oh,
lane violation against Norwell.
And that's good for Dwenger right now because they got to start moving the ball and not so much dribbling and look inside to Josie Copeland more.
They get it down to Ross. Ross kicks it to Wharton. Wharton tries to fire a bullet. Shot it right into Wilson's hands of Norwell. Wilson gets fouled as Smith recovered nicely on the defensive end of the floor. But she had to foul to prevent the easy bunny, so there are going to be 2 more shots. And the Norwell Knights are getting some footprints welded down to the floor right at the free throw line. 13-9 to score, 7:01.
And that's 2 fouls on Jada Smith, and she makes Dwenger go on both ends of the floor. Dwenger cannot afford to lose her right now.
First free throw is good by Wilson. She's the 5'6" junior. Handles the basketball quite a bit. Don't bring it down. She's not part of the crew that second free throw is no good. Wharton rebound. Changes hands. Heads up the floor quickly. Finds Mowry on the left wing. Mowry slows things down a little bit. Gets it to Smith. She's out in between the circles. Staring at the defense. Trying to decide who's going where. Coltman floating around the baseline there. She's kind of wide open. They get it to Ross. in the left corner. Back to Smith. Ross. 3, no. Rebound, tip. Wharton got it. Oh, she dribbled it. That was a boo-boo because it got stripped behind quickly. Roller comes all the way down it, gets it to Beer. Beer puts it up and in. So 13-12 your score. And another timeout. I think there's more timeouts in this first half of the game than I've seen in a long time. And let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Redeemer Radio on 106.3 FM, Northeast Indiana.
Our hope grows as we anticipate the coming of Jesus during this Advent season. We continue to act in charity to spread the faith through the organizations we support. Redeemer Radio is a resource that helps turn the listener towards Christ. Maybe your life has been impacted by a message that you hear. Pass that gift along and share the message with others through your charitable gift. As you make choices about your giving during December, please prayerfully consider a gift of hope to Redeemer Radio.
And we're back, Bob. 6:30 on the clock.
Kenny, what's interesting, an oddity for Norwell, they've shot 10 foul shots and they made 5, but every girl, when she shoots 2 of them, she makes 1. So usually you get somebody make 2 of them. They've shot 10 and 4 different girls, and they've made 1 out of 2 each time. All of a sudden, Dwenger's been outscored 4-0. They had a nice 13-8 lead, and they've seen the lead dwindle here.
And the unfortunate thing about the free throw observations, they're making the front end of them, not missing the first one. They're making the first one. Mowry with the basketball. They're pressuring her. They throw it over the top to Smith. Back over the top to Mowry. These passes aren't crisp enough. Got it.
Nice pass to Kochman.
Hammered. She got to Kochman. Kochman didn't finish. Rebound is fought for. Ross takes it, puts it up, and she's fouling on the play. So Kochman showing the fire to try and get that rebound back, but just can't get the ball in the hole. She struggled with that the last time we were here broadcasting. And Ross will go to the free throw line for a pair of free throws. And, the Saints haven't shot a lot of free throws yet this half.
As Kenny mentioned, this will only be their 5th and 6th, and Ellen's 3 out of 3 from the foul line, and Josie Kochman is 2 out of 2 from the foul line.
And a change in the Saints lineup. Caitlin Ryan back in, and Grace Wharton gonna have a seat on one of those cushy chairs that she'd rather not sit in currently. Ross, second free throw on the way. Nice rotation. In.
She's a girl you don't want to foul because she's going to make them 90% of the time.
15-12, here comes the press. Mowry chasing the basketball arm. They throw it over the top. Almost picked off by Ross. Dribbled into it. Wilson going to try and drive. Dish. And they almost threw it to the scorer's table. Roller hustled.
Oh, nice move.
Got it. She ran all the way through. The defense let her in. Easy layup. 15-14. Saints up by 1, 5:47. Over the top to Mowry. Her and Smith have changed sides of the floor. We'll see if that changes the look a little bit. A lazy pass to Ryan. Picked off by Beer. Thrown ahead to Wilson. Wilson throws the layup up. Misses it. Rebound fought for. Smith comes out of the pack with it. Looking ahead. She's got 2 people beat. She's going to go right down. Kick it up to the outside of Mowry. Mowry didn't set. Hit. Threw it up. Hit.
Good rebound by Ryan.
Ryan with a rebound. Ryan bounce pass out to Mowry. Mowry is fouled by Wilson as she tries to get around her for a better look at the passing lane. That is the 5th foul against the Norwell Knights, and the 2nd foul on Brielle Wilson. She'll probably come out of the ball game. And quickly, as I say that, Brianna Barger checks back in, the freshman back in the lineup for Norwell.
5'10" freshman, must be a pretty good ball player to be playing on Norwell's varsity.
Quickly into Ross, and
that was a good call that time.
That one's going to go against Courtney Beer. She got a little bit underneath Ross. Ross had to kind of sky to get that ball, but she did. Caught it cleanly, and that drew the foul.
You have to put a body on Ross all the time.
Ross tried to throw it inside. Kochman had no idea it was coming, and it floated right into Kaylee Roller's hand. She still got the basketball. Drives, puts up a teardrop off the glass and in.
She's got 5 points, and Norwell's causing Dwenger all trouble now.
Got the lead for the first time tonight, 16-15. They get it to Ryan in the corner, just inside the three-point line. Put it up, no good. Ross, rebound, uses the body, up and in. Count it for Ellen Ross.
You got to put a body on Ellen Ross every time, or she's going to kill you on the offensive boards.
Saints again with a press. Ooh, a cross-court pass that should have got picked off, didn't. They bounce pass it forward. They get it to Mallory, got the name of Mallory. She missed an easy little bunny on the inside.
3 rebounds for Josie Kochman.
Kochman gets it to Smith. Smith puts it up and in. No good. Kochman rebound, strip, fouled.
Another rebound by Josie.
And that'll make 7 fouls on Norwell, so now the fouling challenge is back to even. 4:31 on the clock. 17-16, the Saints up, and Josie Kolkman to the line, shooting 2.
Don't mean to put any pressure on her, Kenny, but Dwenger is 6 out of 6 from the foul line, and Josie is 2 out of 2 in the first quarter.
First one looks good. In. 18-16 now, the score. Saints up by a pair. Second period action here at the campus of Bishop Dwenger High School. If you haven't been here since they've redone the gym, the lighting is wonderful here. Really good. Second one is also
Dwenger still perfect from the foul line.
4:31 on the clock. And full court pressure again put on by the Bishop Dwenger Saints. They throw it over the top. Rawls has it. Bounce pass. Tried to get it to Mallory and they missed it. Mallory was about 2 steps ahead of the ball and it went behind her, so the Saints will have the basketball.
7 turnovers for the Bishop Dwenger Lady Saints and also 7 turnovers for the Norwell Lady Knights.
Norwell's handling the press fairly well. And
They're doing better than that first quarter.
I like the way they go the secondary break hard. Ryan's got the basketball in the left corner. Bounce pass out to Maurer. Maurer over the top.
The passing is for Dwenger on the zone is killing him right
Stolen
now.
by Wilson. Wilson puts up the left hand. No good. Rebound fought for. Comes out of the Norwell. Has it. They're going to reset the offense. Long 3, and boy, she hit it. Kaylee Roller from downtown, about 8 feet outside.
She has 8 points and 2 threes, and we're tied again.
19 across the board. 3:48 on the clock. Smith with the basketball, throws it in the corner to Ryan. They got to crisp them up a little bit. She gets it over to Maurer. Maurer trying to dribble around the defense, didn't work. Flips it over to Smith. She's high right wing. Picks it up, gets it to Ross. Ross going to drive the baseline, tries to fire on into Kolkman. It got tipped. Kolkman rescued it. Kicks it back out to Maurer. Maurer to Ryan on the baseline. Ryan's got some room. Dribbles one time. Defense come over and stop her. Had her trapped. They get it out to Maurer. Maurer over to Smith. Smith is kind of out between the circles, right side. Sling it to the right side to Ross. Ross gets inside, stops, spots about a 12-footer, goes 11 feet, hits the front of the iron with a rebound. Wilson for Norwell. Norwell gets the forward over to Roller. Roller likes to drive, but she's also made 2 threes, and one of them was really downtown deep, so they have to pay attention to her. Hand off to Barger. Barger gets it to Wilson. Wilson drives.
Nice pass.
Interior pass. Missed the layup, the Norwell Knights did. Rebound Ross. Ross comes over the timeline right in the center of the floor, looks for somebody to release it to. They get it to Maurer. Get it inside to Kolkman. Kolkman turns, puts it up a little bit too fast and misses everything. Wilson with a rebound for Norwell. She gets it forward to Roller. Roller looking for somebody to give it up to. She decided to fight. Oh, a nice another interior pass. Foul that time. Got the pass into the hands of the big gal Mallory, the 6'5'11". That's the biggest gal they got on the lineup. And I think Kolkman got a chunk of her as she spun around to play a little defense.
And Norwell is really hurting Bishop Dwenger on the interior passing, aren't they, Kenny?
The last couple times on the floor, they certainly have. That is Kolkman's second foul of the ball game. She will come out. Let's see, we got a couple of changes for the Saints. Heather Nellum checks into the lineup, along with, I believe, Carissa Wigman also checks in. 2:36 on the clock. It's 19s. Everybody's got 19.
Josie Kolkman's done a nice job with 4 points and 4 rebounds, but she has to watch the fouls.
Mallory misses the second of 2 free throws, so the score remains tied. Ross gets a relatively easy rebound, brings it up, flips it to the right side over to Smith. And is Norwell now in a man-to-man? It looks like they have.
Looks like they switched, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it. Nellum has a basketball, throws over in the corner.
That's where they go, inside to Ross.
Wigman puts it up and in.
That's where they got to go every time. No one can stop her.
And a quick stolen by
nice.
Ryan. And Ryan bounces it into a Norwell player and picks it up. And they head the other way. Roller brings it over the timeline, kicks it in the corner. Beer for 3.
Beautiful shot.
And she made it. So it's 22-21. Norwell up by 1 with 1:51 to go. Ross has the basketball, throws it to Dellum. Dellum finds Ryan in the corner. Ryan throws up a knuckleball, hits the iron. Rebound Norwell.
Another silly foul by Dwenger.
Whistle stops play. And Norwell will go to the other end of the floor and shoot a pair. That is the 11th foul on Norwell, or the Saints this half. 1:42 on the clock. Norwell up by 1, 22-21.
Alexa Mallory, 5'11" senior, not a starter, Kenny, but she's made a nice job on offense and defense. She hasn't hit free throws until now. She's 1 out of 3, but she's got 3 rebounds, and she's helped on the size department.
Well, she's the tallest girl they got, and she's also the strongest girl they got. It's kind of surprised they didn't start her, but she came off the bench pretty early in the ball game, like a sixth-man kind of thing. Second free throw is good on the mark now, and buzzer stops play, and there's going to be a substitution for the Norwell Knights.
They're going to give her a little break.
Yeah, Mallory down and Rawls up. So it's 24-21. Our Saints down by 3. 1:38 on the clock. Coach Ing's giving some instructions. Smith brings the basketball over the timeline.
I think this is the biggest lead for the Norwell Lady Knights.
Yep, and the Knights are indeed in a man-to-man. So we're going to change the offensive scheme a little bit for the Saints, and the Saints are moving into position. They recognize it. We're going to see how they handle it here. Ross on the screen.
Oh, nice move.
Smith split the defense, put it up just a little bit too hard. Rebound pulled out there by Norwell. Barber with the rebound, gets it to Roller. Roller brings it over the timeline right in the center. Floats to the left side, handoff.
Oh, that's
Ross
too easy.
Drives,
Wow.
got inside, blocked by Ross. No, Wigman got the block. Get it forward to Smith. Smith at the top of the key, inside the lane, dribbles around, tries to bounce pass inside, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Knights. And we're inside a minute, Bob. 55 seconds, and Saints down by 3.
Dwenger has 9 turnovers, 11 fouls. The fouls and turnovers are really hurting Dwenger. Main reason why they're down 3 here.
Basketball triggered in. Smith, long 3, off the iron, rebound. Ross puts it back.
She had
up.
to be fouled that time.
And they call the foul on the rebound on the other side. Ross threw it clear over the iron. I think Wigman had interior position, and they're going to call a foul on Norwell. And Coach Thornton, I think he's got a legitimate complaint there when we talk to the referee. But he don't want to talk about the play just before that because they hammered Ross pretty good.
Carissa Wigman, 5'11" freshman, going to shoot 2 free throws.
Makes the front end of the 2, so brings the Saints in within 2. Ashley Vandenboom checks back into the lineup and spells Kaylee Roller, who I think is the first time she sat for the last 47 seconds here in the second quarter.
Against Northrop, Wigman had 7 points off the bench, and she's got 2 big free throws here with 47 seconds left.
And again, the full court press and forward by the Saints. Tip, Smith comes away with it, gets inside the iron, and she is fouled, I think, by Courtney Beers. Beer tried to stay with her step for step, but Smith just had about a half step on it. So, it's a 1-and-1 situation. That's the 9th foul against the Lady Knights.
I think we're going to be shooting free throws most of the evening, Kenny.
And she nursed that one in, hit the front of the iron, but it had enough to get over the front of the iron and in. And quickly, Kaylee Roller back in the lineup. Coach Thornton did not like the way they did not break the press last time down the floor. So the Saints, virtually the free throw line, have taken the lead.
She shoots so high you think she's going to bring rain, but she makes them.
It might be a wet basketball, and the Saints just about got it. Ryan got a tip on it. If she'd have let it go, it would have been an easy.
Good hustle by Caitlin Ryan, 5'10" junior.
Rawls took off, and the Roller threw it to her where she was. Ryan just about had it easy, too, but the Knights retained possession, have it in the backcourt, throw it over the top to Beer. Beer bounced past to Vandenboom, back to Beer. Beer's going to Beer for 3. No good, off the back of the iron. Long rebound, save, slapped out of bounds by Nellum, and it's going to be Norwell's basketball.
Dwenger's getting hurt on that, Kenny. On those long rebounds, the three-point shots are long rebounds, and Dwenger's not figuring that out yet.
Well, it's kind of quirky because several of them gone that way.
That's got to be a blocking.
Well, we can't see. The whistle stopped play. The ball went in.
They're going to count it.
And call the foul on Nellum, I believe, Heather Nellum. Looked to me like she hit the floor. There was an awful lot of bodies in there, so I couldn't see if she was set or not. So, of course, like a good broadcaster, I have no opinion.
Alexa Rolls, 5'11" senior, is doing a real nice job. She has 4 points all this quarter, and again, Norwell's back up by 2, and Dwenger's got plenty of time here to tie this game up or go in the lead at the half.
They're looking to trap Smith if she goes.
Good pass. Good pass.
Over the top to Wigman. Wigman caught it. Pulled up and in.
Now don't foul here. Don't foul. Oh, she walked. Wow. They didn't call that.
They couldn't break the press. And that is the end of the half. Wow. Guess what, Bob? They're still tied, 27-27. Let's take a minute and a half break, and we'll come back with our halftime show. You're listening to Redeemer Radio on 106.3 FM, Northeast Indiana.
Think of Briscoe Dentistry for your family's dental care. Dr. Todd Briscoe and team know that your body is more than just teeth and gums. Your oral health affects the performance ability of your entire body. And on the field or court, you want your body to perform at its best. So trust Dr. Briscoe and team to provide the ultimate in preventative, periodontal, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry. To optimize your body's performance, contact Dr. Briscoe at 260-486-9950 or on the web at briscoedentistry.com.
Hi, Charlie Momper here from Momper Insulation. It's never too late to add insulation. You'll be amazed at the results when our Momper professionals retrofit your walls and attics with high-quality insulation. When we're finished, you'll stay warmer and hopefully save money on your heating bills as well. Momper, the #1 name in insulation since 1956. Call today at 432-7543.
Successful coaches make changes to succeed by calling timeouts to make needed adjustments, for it's clear no change equals no change. This is David X with Union Savings Bank in Fort Wayne. I started mortgage lending in 1988. Since then, I've been trusted by thousands of area homeowners. I offer low closing costs and great rates on home lending so you can save big money both up front and over the life of your loan. Make a change for the better when purchasing a different home or refinancing to lower your payment. Call timeout, get your mortgage statement in hand. Call me anytime for your free mortgage checkup. And make sure you compare. Call David X, 418-6191. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back, basketball fans. It's halftime here at Bishop Dwenger High School. And we got a tie ball game, 27-all. And the Norwell Knights have hung tough for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. We thought the Saints were going to kind of run away with us a little bit the way they pressed early and had success. Got themselves off to a 5- or 6-point lead, but both teams kind of fought back and forth. Norwell made a little bit of a living from the free throw line. And the Saints are not rebounding quite as well as we thought they would. And it's resulted in a tie ball game. But the Hubcap Express, they are the expert in run flat tires and plus size fitment. You need your wheel straightened, the Hubcap Express fixes bent wheels. It's going to get that season soon. As soon as this ice melts, we'll have more chuck holes than you can shake a stick at. And I'll hit every one of them, it seems like. For all your tire needs, visit Hubcap Express. They're located at 606 West Coliseum Boulevard and on the web at hubcapexpress.com. Well, Bob, tied, just pretty much like everybody said it was going to be tonight.
Very interesting ball game. 13-8, nice lead for Bishop Dwenger in that first quarter, but they got in foul trouble. Their fouls and their turnovers. Dwenger Lady Saints had 9 turnovers and 9 for Norwell. This game is so close, Kenny. Both teams have 9 turnovers. Norwell scored 19 points in that second quarter. And in the first quarter, they only had 2 baskets. They had 6 baskets in the entire second quarter. And what helped Norwell, they were only 8 out of 15 from the foul line, but they were 3 out of 8 from threes. Dwenger only made 1 3 and had 7 baskets. But Dwenger was 12 out of 12 from the foul line. So threes.
12 out of 12.
12 out of 12.
I knew they were pretty proficient.
Josie
tonight.
Kochman's 4 out of 4. Ellen Ross 4 out of 4. Wigman, the freshman, 2 out of 2. And Jada Smith 2 out of 2. And that's pretty hard to do. But again, we'll talk about it later. But both coaches cannot be happy, especially Dwenger, on some of the silly fouls.
Dwenger's having a tough time with that 1-2-2 zone defense. Now they switched to a man-to-man late and didn't handle that real well either. It doesn't look like Dwenger's offense is in much of a flow tonight. And then Norwell, once they get a half-court offense, they seem to be comfortable, much more comfortable with that than Bishop Dwenger does. So we're going to, it's going to be an interesting second half. It's one of those classics. I'd love to be a fly on the wall on each of them and hear what their game plans are going to be. You can check out the Kyle Hyman shows. We've got them on podcast. You can find them on Google Play, iTunes, and SoundCloud, and at thekylehyman.com. You can check out past episodes and catch interviews that you may have missed. The Kyle Hyman Show on Redeemer Radio. And we're going to take another 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll put Bob's coach's hat on, and we'll see what he would do if he was running the show on both these teams. You're listening to Redeemer Radio on 106.3 FM, Northeast Indiana.
A clean office space. Okay, that's an easy choice, and choosing the right company to clean your business is easy too. Sioka's Professional Cleaning is the choice of a lot of Fort Wayne companies because of the 100% satisfaction guarantee. Sioka's does it with built-in check systems to make sure your business is cleaned beyond your expectations every time. First impressions are critical, so make sure yours is always the best with professional cleaning from Sioka's. The best people, the best service. 483-2112 or online at siokas.com.
Amore's Pizza proudly supports Catholic sports. Try our Chicago-style stuffed pizza made with top-quality meats and cheeses. Your mouth will taste the difference. We also offer gluten-free options or many unique items. Amore's Pizza is located at 933 East DuPont Road, right off Coldwater. Full menu and specials can be found at amorespizza.net or call 490-9099. Amore's Pizza, where our food is made with love.
You can help support your Catholic parish or school with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's Elevate program. You'll not only enjoy excellent personal service and save money with your new loan or credit card, you'll also be giving money back to the participating parish or school you care about. Let Notre Dame Federal Credit Union elevate all participating parishes or schools. Elevate can be reached at 844-230-6611 or visit us online at ndelevate.com. Independent from the university.
Programming on Redeemer Radio is underwritten in part by Bob Busher Homes. Floor plan customization is what they specialize in. Find floor plans, building sites, and read Bob's story on the web at bobbusherhomes.com. Bob Busher Homes is locally owned with offices in Fort Wayne and Angola. For more information about new home building or remodeling, Bob Busher Homes can be reached at 260-490-3355.
Basketball fans, it's halftime here at Bishop Dwenger High School. And we got a tie ball game. The Lady Saints and the Lady Knights of Norwell, 27 each. Okay, Bob, your name's Eric Thornton. You've won 298 games in your 20 years over at Norwell. And team's playing inconsistent, but not bad. What do you tell me?
The biggest thing is they have to take better care of the basketball. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure that out, Kenny. They had 9 turnovers, and as you mentioned, they're about halfway through the second quarter. The girls made some nice passes, and once they got the ball down to the basket, they beat Bishop Dwenger 2-on-1, 3-on-1 all day.
Yeah, that secondary break.
If he can get that ball across the 10-second line and run their offense, they had 2 baskets in the entire first quarter and had 6 in the second quarter. So they have to stop the turnovers, stop the fouls, and again, I don't know what Dwenger's going to do on defense, but Norwell really took it to them in the inside there in the second half on some pretty passing. And the big thing was this Alexa Mallory and Logan Rolls, they had 8 of the 27 points, and they were all bench points. So, Mallory hit 2 out of 2 from the foul line, so did Rolls. So their bench players really did a nice job. And again, stop the turnovers and against the press. If they could get their offense running, Norwell's got a good offense. They just, in that first quarter, there was no flow to their offense.
Well, and the referees aren't helping the flow of the game either. They're calling an awful lot of fouls, at least in the first half. Okay, you're that guy. He just walked out of the little locker room, Cleveland Ink, and he was pretty excited to play when it was 13-8. As a matter of fact, it was a play where they actually took it away on the press and put it up and in, and he was jumping around like a cheerleader, but that soon came to a stop. What do you tell your girls at halftime, Bob?
Again, it's almost copycat on coaching styles. Kenny, they have to stop their turnovers. Dwenger had 9 turnovers and a ton of fouls. And Josie Kochman did a nice job. She's in a little foul trouble. The thing that was interesting, 4 baskets in the entire first quarter for Dwenger, and they only had 3 in the second quarter. They're getting a lot of points from the foul line. They got to get Ellen Ross going again, Jada Smith, and Josie Kochman. I don't know what kind of offense Dwenger's going to try to run, but I would like to see if they would put Ellen Ross at the foul line. And I think and put Josie down under. I think there might be more flow to it. And I know they're going to bother Ellen Ross but she seems to work better doing that than shooting the threes. And when she drives, they're not calling much on her.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what kind of defense Coach Thornton comes out with here in the second half, and then how the offense of the Saints respond to it. Redeemer Radio is pleased to announce Redeemer Radio Odyssey is offering spiritual travel for our community. Join Father Christopher Lapp and Father Jason Freiberger on the first international pilgrimage to the Holy Land. You going? Thinking about it. September, he smiled. I know he'd want to. I do too. September 11th through the 19th, that's 2017. That's next year, but you know, that's only a couple weeks away. September 11th through the 19th. You can learn more about it at redeemerradio.com/travel. The Holy Land just intrigues me to no end.
Bishop Dwenger's in the original starting lineup of Smith, Ryan, Kochman, Ross, and Mowry.
And they're greeted by the 1-2-2, it looks like, Bob, and they're throwing it over the top. Lazy again. That's not the way to beat this thing. They're going to sling it to Ross. She's on the right side. The dribble of ignorance. Bounce it once, no place to go with it. Gets it to Smith, and they're slowly crawling toward her like they're going to try a half-court trap. She gets it to Mowry. Mowry to Ryan.
Kenny, I made a mistake. Wigman's in for Kochman.
Bounce pass to Ross. Nice bounce pass.
Beautiful.
Smith. Ross turns, spun to her left, put it up and in. 29-27 Saints. Mowry chasing the basketball around there again, putting a full court press on the Norwell Knights. They haven't got it over the timeline yet. Now they do. Roller gets it down into the corner. She throws it over the top to Beer. Beer backs up and then drives. No,
oh, that's too easy.
And she runs right into Ryan and or Kochman or Ross. Ryan to Ross. And they're going to call Ross on the block. And they're going to give her 2 shots for that. That's pretty liberal. But she was on the way, but I don't know that she was putting the ball up.
Norwell's their starting lineup of Wilson, Dennick, Roller, Beer, and Rolls.
Beer makes the front end of the 2-shot foul. 29-28 your score. Just getting started in the third quarter, 7:10 on the clock. We have 8-minute quarters here.
Beer had 7 points in that second quarter. Now she has 9 for the game.
Game is tied, and here come the Saints. Again over the timeline. They're kind of feinting the half-court trap. It's a 1-2-2 zone again, I think, Bob, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they got to move that ball quickly and look for the open spots. And that's a good. Oh, she got fouled.
They did a nice job that time. They got it to Mowry in the corner. Mowry caught Smith in the lane. She got in between the 4 girls playing the 2-2 on the zone. Had a nice open look from 12 feet, but missed it. She was fouled on the play. So she gets 2 shots.
Jade has got 6 points and 2 out of 2 from the foul line.
And one of the starters for the Norwell Knights. First free throw is good. One of the starters for the Norwell Knights has got 3. That's Brielle Wilson. And she quickly finds a seat on the bench, and Brianne Barger, that freshman, checks back into the lineup. Second free throw, the gym goes quiet. It's funny when that happens. Ooh, that might be short. And it is. Rebound Norwell.
That's been the first miss all night. Dwenger's been almost perfect from the foul line.
Dunnock brings it over. Got the rebound. Got it to Roller. Roller's going to drive the lane. Dish. Shot up.
Oh, good block. Good block by
Ross, I believe, got the block. She still got the rock.
Nice pass.
Pass into Wigman. Puts it up. Wigman short. Wigman fighting the rebound. Puts it back up. She's fouling the play.
She's a hard-working freshman, isn't she?
Yes, she is. And I'm going to guess Roller might have got her. Either Roller or Barger in the inside. Roller had her hand on her face like, oh, but it was Barger. That's two fouls on the Knights this half. And Wigman to the free throw line. Makes the front end of the 2-shot foul. 31-29 your score. 6:33 on the clock. Third period action.
Carissa Wigman, 5'11", only a freshman from St. Jude's, and she already has 6 points and 4 out of 4 from the foul line, and she's really helped Dwenger off the bench.
32-29 your score. Yeah, lazy pass in the backcourt. Stolen by Mowry. She puts it up. Block. Tip. Who's going to come out with it? Smith. They got numbers.
Oh, nice pass. Nice pass from Smith.
Ryan and the press worked that time. 5-point lead for the Saints, 34-29. Again, the press is really bothering Norwell. Couple of body bumps. Ball's loose. Mowry touches it. Left foot out of bounds. Guess who? The Saints have the basketball back. Well, Natalie Mowry doing a nice job chasing the ball down around. The Brianne Barger, the freshman's having all sorts of trouble with that press.
Norwell had 9 turnovers in the first half, and they've played 2 minutes, and they already have 2. They're starting to throw the ball away, and Dwenger's building this lead.
Mowry finds Ross on
beautiful pass by Mowry.
And quickly, the Norwell Knights call timeout. I don't blame them. They're down 7 just that fast. So.
The game really turned here on turnovers by Norwell.
We're going to step away for 30 seconds. You're listening to Redeemer Radio on 106.3 FM. We're hanging out in Northeast Indiana.
Successful coaches make changes to succeed by calling timeouts to make needed adjustments. For it's clear, no change equals no change. This is David X with Union Savings Bank in Fort Wayne. I started mortgage lending in 1988. Since then, I've been trusted by thousands of area homeowners. I offer low closing costs and great rates on home lending so you can save big money both up front and over the life of your loan. Make a change for the better when purchasing a different home or refinancing to lower your payment. Call timeout, get your mortgage statement in hand. Call me anytime for your free mortgage checkup. And make sure you compare. Call David X, 418-6191. Number FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
And we're back, fans. 6:03 on the clock. Third period action. The Saints have established a 7-point lead, 36-29. Rather quickly, the press is doing its job right now.
Ellen Ross has 12 points. She's 4 out of 4 from the foul line, 4 baskets, and she has 4 points this quarter. And as Kenny mentioned, Natalie Mowry is doing a great job on the press, as is Jada Smith.
And Mowry bothered that pass. Mowry plays a little longer than she is high. She got her arms up. They threw it over the top, clear out of bounds. So credit Mowry for getting that turnover back to the Saints. The Saints have the basketball, and they're going to trigger it in to Smith. Smith didn't use the dribble. Goes back to Mowry. Mowry thinks about it. Finds Ryan on the
nice pass.
side of the floor. Oh,
you got to make those.
And a rebound fought for. A whistle stops for. They're going to point at Ryan.
I think she was a little aggressive, maybe trying to get the rebound, Kenny, but she made a nice move to the bucket. You got to make those, though.
Yep, that's a second foul against the Saints. No shooting at this point. That's her second foul also of the ball game. So, but she made a nice back cut.
Norwell is not confident against this press, and it's showing right now.
Well, they get it to Roller. Roller and Beard did a good job getting it broke. They finally bounce pass forward, get it all the way.
Oh, that's got to be a foul.
Wigman slapped away from Rolls from the backside, and they're going to call Wigman on the foul. And they said to hit her in the head.
The only reason I said that was a foul is if the officials usually, when you slap at them, even if you don't foul them, they're going to call it almost every time.
So the first free throw is good by Logan Rolls, this junior, 5'8" junior from Norwell. Closes the gap to 36-30. Our Saints are up by 6.
She has 5 points, and she was a big plus off the bench in the first half for Norwell.
She's a pretty good ball handler. She came back in the lineup for the freshman, and that's how they broke the press. The freshman just hadn't got ball handling skills quite yet. But the Saints have the basketball, and they have got, well, you know what? Let's move the ball around so we can see what the defense is doing. Smith going to dribble in the middle of everything, kicks it to Ryan.
That's Ryan's shot.
Open look.
That's her shot from
No
the corner.
Good. Rebound goes along the other side. Wigman tries to save it. And between her and the Dunnock of Norwell, Dunnock touched the glass. The Saints have the basketball again.
Carissa Wigman is a real hustler right now, and she's helping Bishop Dwenger on offense and defense.
Good inside to Ross, puts it up short, got her own rebound, puts it up way short. Really surprising. She was right there, point blank, missed them both. Rebound got pulled out of there by Beard. Beard gets the floor to Roller. Roller, stop and go move.
There's another foul on the freshman, I think Wigman maybe.
Got around Mowry, and Wigman tried to help her. Well, they're going to call that one on Mowry on the body. So that's 4 fouls on the Saints, 2 on Mowry. And here they go again. The press works well sometimes, but you have a tendency to pick up a lot of extra fouls. Free throw is good. 36-32 your score. And the senior, Katie Roller, been playing a long time. Ross is going to have a seat. That's kind of surprising. And Kolkman back into the lineup. 5:13 on the clock. It's a 4-point lead for the Saints, and still a 4-point lead. Kolkman fights for the rebound, gets it to Ross, and a whistle stops play on the rebound.
And somebody's going to be in foul trouble, it looks like, because they're bringing Mallory back in. Wow, yeah. Kenny, that's 4 on Dunnock.
Dunnock has got 4. That's the 3rd on the Knights this half. So, you know, Bob, we're not in any hurry to get home tonight, it don't look like. 36-32, Smith over the timeline quick. She's caught by half-court.
She's there calling everything all of a sudden again.
Bumped by Wilson. So the fouls are now 4-4. You got an extra pencil? Because you're going to need it the way this thing's rolling.
My question for Dwenger is Ellen Ross has got 4 baskets herself and 12 points. I wonder where the scoring's going to come from. Maybe Jada Smith, maybe Josie Kolkman. But when Ellen Ross is on the bench, that sometimes hurts Dwenger offensively.
The 1-2-2 zone defense is back employed Smith has the basketball just outside the right toe. She's going to back up, and they're going to try and double team her over there. It didn't work. Mallory over the top. Gets just inside the arc.
That's the way to beat the zone.
That'll get them out of the zone pretty quick. 38-32. Here comes the press. Crunch. They're going to call that one on Wigman. Absolutely. A bounce pass got to the center of the floor. Courtney Beer and Wigman just run right into her. And there's a mismatch body size-wise. I'm surprised Beer didn't hit the floor. Wigman's taller and bigger and stronger. And Beer's a fairly slight player, but she's been out there a long time. So she's used to the beating and banging that goes on in this game. Get it over the top. The freshman has the basketball. She's going to drive, put up.
Nice block by Copeland.
Just slapped that out of the air.
She fouled that time.
And give Rawls credit for hustling toward the basketball. They're going to call the foul on Copeland. That's her third. And 6 fouls against the Saints already this half, and we're not halfway through the third quarter. That can spell trouble. Free throw, no good. Faith Taylor checks into the lineup, and Wigman checks out.
She did a nice job when she was in there.
I like this Wigman player. She's going to be fun to watch and watch her develop over the next couple of years. Second free throw up by Rawls, and it's no good. A rebound, tipped, fought for, grabbed by Mallory of Norwell. She throws it up and in.
Dwenger with their size is not rebounding right now, and Mallory is owning the boards on both ends for Norwell.
Smith brings it over the timeline, stops in the corner, and they kind of stare at her, so she gets it to Taylor. Taylor gets it back to Smith. Smith almost loses it. Now they've got her trapped in the corner. She's on the floor. Timeout called? No, jump ball, timeout. Dwenger. Well, Coach Eng had a referee right in his ear, so he was able to call timeout and save the possession. So we're going to take a 30-second break. You're listening to 106.3 FM WRDF, Columbia City, Northeast Indiana.
Spherion Staffing, locally owned by the Pentenberg family, excels in finding the best candidates for industrial, clerical, customer service, non-clinical healthcare, IT, and professional direct hire placements. Spherion clients are accustomed to getting the right employees at the right time, every time. Spherion Staffing supports the proud excellence of the Dwenger Saints and the Lures Knights, both on the field and in the classroom. Whether you are seeking your next career move or searching for great employees, call us at 260-496-9900 or visit us on the web at spherion.com/FTWayne.
And we're back, basketball fans. 4:05 on the clock, third period action, 38-34. Bishop Dwenger on top by 4. And Ross, after the timeout, they decided to put her. She can't go in the lineup at this point. I don't know why they wait. Sometimes maybe they're overthinking sometimes. Smith with the basketball again over the top to Maury. They've been doing that all night. It's really not been super effective. That pass has been lazy all night. That one's pretty good. They get it to Ryan in the corner. They're looking for Colkman.
They got to move the ball quick.
Ball is tapped by the freshman for Norwell, and Norwell has to save it, and Faith Taylor grabs it. She throws it forward to Colkman, and it's too hot. Threw the hot potato in there.
That just didn't, they were out of sync from the get-go, weren't they? That's Dwenger's first turnover.
Taylor had a good idea, get it forward quickly, and Colkman was in the right spot, but she just threw it a little bit too hard.
Dwenger's 15 out of 16 in the foul line, and 18 out of 25 for Norwell. Norwell shot 25 free throws.
Block, nice block by the Saints. Mallory tried to put up an easy one. Ross going coast to coast, nobody slowed her down. Oh, and she missed the bunny, and here we go the other way. Rawls with the basketball. Ryan forces her to the outside. She has to give it up. Gives it up to Roller. Roller backs up. She's got a three. She's drained 2 of them, but she decides not to do it. Beer curl move, gets inside, blocked by Colkman, fouled by Colkman.
Josie's getting in foul trouble. She does a nice job when she's on the floor, Kenny. But if she wants more playing time, she's got to stop the fouling.
That's her third of the ball game. Wigman is at the free throw or the scores table to check in. First free throw, rattles around and finds Lamar Courtney Beer with the first free throw of the ball game. And we're going to see Grace Renbarger. She hasn't been in the lineup tonight. That's her first time on the floor. Ryan and Colkman going to have a seat.
I was wrong on the statistics on the fouls. Norwell's only 14 out of 26. They're 14 out of 27. That's partially why they're behind by 3.
Rebound Wigman to Smith. Smith gets to the right toe, puts it up and in.
They needed that one.
15-footer from the outside. Rattles home 40-35, Saints by 5. Over the timeline quickly, Ross is going to get called on the bump as to try to get in the way of the freshman Barger for Norwell. That's the 8th foul. We're at 2:59 in the third, and that is Ross's 3rd foul.
And again, Norwell has shot 27 free throws to 16 by Dwenger. That's not a good way to try to win a game.
It's also a lot of free throws for this time of the ball game at any time. Missed the front end of the one.
Thank goodness they're missing them.
Ross grabs the rebound. She brings it over the timeline. Hands it off to Smith. Smith's out in between the circles, backs up a little bit. And they're running a 1-2-2.
It's hard to say.
Sort of goofy looking
there's
defense.
Another foul. Oh, they called it travel. I thought she was fouled.
Ross got inside, and Barker got a hand on the basketball and disrupted the flow of the heat, basically. Winnie O'Brien checks in for the Saints, and Natalie Mowry checks out.
When Winnie O'Brien comes in, she brings in a lot of energy.
Bounce pass, lazy bounce pass. We almost picked that one right off as Bernbarker chased the basketball. Throw it over the top. Break the press. Top of the key.
Nobody's guarding her.
Short. Rebound O'Brien. She's made a couple of those rollers from that distance, so I'm surprised that one, they let her go there. I think the defense fell asleep. Smith with the basketball, tried to take a screen from Wigman. Didn't really work much, so we're going to put her on the shelf. Get it over to O'Brien. O'Brien looking to get it into Ross. Ross took an elbow right to the back right there. Seen her head snap. So they're going to reset it again. They get it to O'Brien. O'Brien into Ross. And she's double teaming.
They're double and triple teaming her. They got to go to somebody else because they're begging on. Norwell wants them to throw it to Ross.
Ross the roller. Roller goes up, strip, no foul. Good defensive play that time by Jada Smith. As Roller tried to go from coast to coast, and it didn't quite work. We're at $1:56 on the clock, 40-35 Saints. Norwell has the basketball.
Oh, that's too easy.
Mallory. She crashes right into Wigman. No call, no bucket either. Rebound O'Brien. They get it forward to Ross. It's just a little bit hot. Ross saves it. Nice job by O'Brien. Smith, she's going to jack up a three a little early in the offense. No good. Rebound pulled on there by Barker of Norwell. She gets to the head of the pack to Beer. Beer is stripped by Smith. Basketball stays Norwell's direction. So nice hustle defense by Jada Smith that time. 1:38 on the clock, and the Saints are up by 5.
They've outscored Norwell 13-8 this quarter.
3 on the way on the inbounds pass. Count it. And I have to confess, Bob, I'm not sure.
I think it was Kaylee Roller, Kenny.
That's what Pete said, so that's what we're going to go with. 40-38 is your score. The Saints up by 2.
No flow to the offense right now. With Ross on the bench, Dwenger's offense is not real good right now.
Brian tries to get it to Renbarger, and it didn't work. Stolen by Norwell. A couple bodies on the floor. Jump ball called, and the arrow, step over here, it's going to go Norwell's way. 40-38 on the clock. We have 74 seconds left in the third period.
Dwenger's got 2 starters on the floor, Kenny, and so right now they're out of sync offensively.
Bounce pass into the freshman. Back to Roller. Freshman playing a little pitch and catch. Tries to throw it over the top line to Rawls. It works, and Rawls tried to throw it across court. Swiped by Smith. We got 1:03 on the clock. Smith looks up, stops, pops a 17-footer. Bang, count it. Good time for a bucket for the Saints. 42-38. And quickly, they bring the ball inside. Of
Jada has 11 points.
Saints set up the full court press again. Rawls gets trapped in the corner, throws it right to O'Brien. O'Brien got numbers. She got 3 on
nice
2.
pass.
Pass to Smith. Smith
nice
waits.
pass by O'Brien.
Buzz by. She puts it up in. Timeout on the floor. And Thornton is really sparking one of his players. He's almost past half court. Referee has to get him and run him back where it belongs. So, hey, let's take a 30-second break. We'll step out for a little bit. You're listening to 106.3 WRDF, Columbia City, Northeast Indiana.
Hello, I'm Tom Steele with Tom Steele Tire and Auto Repair, a family-owned business for over 35 years. We carry all major brands of new tires as well as a large selection of quality used tires to save you money. We do all types of auto repairs, be it brakes, alignment, or just fix your air conditioning. Tom Steele Tire, North Clinton or Illinois Road. Give us a try. You'll be glad you did.
0.3 on the clock. We're back to Bishop Dwenger High School, and Bob was just adding up some numbers. Jada Smith's having a nice second half of the ball game. I think she's up, what'd you say, 15?
15 points, and she has 9 just this quarter.
Again, the press is set up quickly by the Saints. It's been effective enough to keep going at it, and O'Brien kicks it out of bounds. So Roller didn't have anybody really to throw it to, so she threw it off of the right foot of the defender. Bounce pass into the freshman. She throws it over the top to Rawls. Rawls tries to drive. Nice bounce pass to Mallory. Mallory shot no good.
Not trying to pick on Josie Kochman, Kenny, but she's got to just put her hands up, and she goes to slap it, and you're going to get called every time, even if you don't foul.
That's Kochman's 4th foul of the ball game. So the senior, the 5'11 senior, Alexa Mallory, to the free throw line. Looks uncomfortable. It's left-handed, but it went in. So it don't matter what it really looks like as long as it goes through it.
She has 7 points, and she's 3 out of 6 from the foul line. They're fouling her a lot.
She rattled the second row home, so it makes it 44-40. We got 28 seconds to go here in the third period. Smith over the timeline. Splits the defense, kicks it around. They get it down in the corner. O'Brien, she's got a double.
Oh, that's not a good
pass.
pass.
A lazy float, and the ball is going to be given to Norwell Knights.
I'm surprised Coach Inge has still got Josie Kochman on the floor. She's got 4 fouls, and I hate to see her foul out in this last 17 seconds.
44-40 the score, Norwell. Bounce pass to the freshman Barger. She gets it forward to Beer. Beer changes hands, gets it over to Roller. Roller stops, throws up a 3. No good. A rebound. Kochman and O'Brien both there. O'Brien got it. She gets it forward to Smith. We got 3 seconds to go. She's going to have to get it up. It's good if
Looks
it goes.
good. Oh, I thought that was going in.
No good. So the Saints take the lead, 44-40. It's a good half for the Lady Saints. Let's take a 1-minute break, and you're listening to Redeemer Radio on 106.3 FM, Northeast Indiana.
Hi, sports fans. Sean McBride here, inviting you to try the Barbershop experience. St. Joe Center Barbershop, located at the corner of St. Joe Center and Maple Crest, prides itself on professionalism, cleanliness, and a family-friendly atmosphere. In their 3rd generation of family ownership, they have a combined experience of over 125 years. Give them a call at 485-6981. It's my barbershop of choice. That's St. Joe Center Barbershop at 485-6981.
And we're back, basketball fans. This Poinsett doing a fantastic job on the board of making the call and then goofing. So she keeps it sounding good, Bob.
She always does. She does a perfect job. Lady Saints are led by Jada Smith with 15. Ellen Ross has 12. Norwell is led by Kaylee Roller with 12 and Courtney Beer with 9. But Mallory and Rolls have 14 points off the bench. Mallory has 8 and Rolls has 6, and those two have really helped Norwell off the bench.
And foul trouble is going to be a problem, I think, here in the 4th quarter. Saints have 9 called against them team-wise, and the Knights only have 4. Smith with the basketball, slings it over to Renbarger. Renbarger thinking about getting it back to her. They do. As the freshman the Knights have on the floor, she's tall and she plays long, so they're having trouble getting it around her. Renbarger left wing. Smith stops 17 feet just outside.
Jada's feeling it tonight.
Just outside the free throw line, put it up and in. 46-40. And that's that mid-range jump shot that sometimes teams forget about.
And she has 17 points.
Rawls.
Boy, Ross rode her all the way down.
Yep, Rawls had the basketball, ran the floor, and Ross chased her all the way down there. You're exactly right. And that's Roth's 4th foul. So the Saints are in trouble.
Ross and Kochman. Ross is coming out, and their 2 best rebounders are going to be on the bench, and that's not good for the Saints.
Bowery and Wharton at the scorer's table going to check in the lineup to see who they go in for here. Renbarger and O'Brien are going to come down, so we get a little bit more experience on the floor at the guard and forward position. 7:24 on the clock, 46-40 your score. Rawls' second free throw is up.
Kenny, hard to believe that is her 11th foul shot, and she's not even a starter.
Smith with the basketball over the timeline quickly, guarded by Barger and Beer. She gets it to Ross, back to Smith. Smith, nice bounce pass to Wharton, up and in.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Team basketball.
Favorite bounce pass. Rawls to Roller, to Barger, to Smith.
Another steal.
He's going to take it all
She
by
got
herself,
fouled.
puts it
Oh,
up.
I thought that was
almost
it.
rattled in. She's going to get 2 free throws for her effort. But the press, again, bothering the Norwell Knights just enough where the Saints keep pressing, and I think they're going to take their chances on the fouling side of things, because they're up 48-41. We're at the free throw line. 7:01 to go. And she made the first one, so it's 49-41. That's the 3rd foul on the quarterback, basically, Kaylee Roller of the Norwell Knights. If they can get a 4th one on her, that might change the complexion of guard play for the Knights.
Smith 4 out of 5 from the foul line, and she's having a great game at 18 and now 19 points, and this is one of the high-scoring game she's had all year.
They quickly get it into Rawls. Rawls been instrumental in breaking the press when they do break it. They get it to Roller over to the freshman.
Dwenger doesn't want to foul, though.
Marker back to Roller and throwing it backwards. They finally throw it way ahead to Mallory. Mallory puts it up way too hard to Ross with a rebound. So they had the press broke and an easy bunny and missed it. Ross still has the basketball. Stops at the top of the key, gets it to Wharton, high left wing. Bounce pass to Smith. Smith's going to reset the offense. She's got it out between the circles, floats to the right side. Looks at Mallory. Mallory has it looks like they've fallen into a maybe a 2-3 zone, or maybe even a 3-2 is a big. No, they're going to play man-to-man. What they're doing.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what they're doing because they sort of float all over the place.
Smith drives, tries to dish it to Wharton. Lazy pass.
Good
to
try.
Wharton. Couldn't get a handle on it because the pass was just flat. They got there, but Wharton was wanting to go before the ball got there.
Dwenger has 10 team fouls, and again, it seems like we've said this all night. Every time Dwenger fouls, Norwell is going to be shooting 2, and that'll help Norwell because they're down 8.
Rawls takes the basketball down the floor and got her pocket picked by Wharton. Wharton's got one.
Nice pass.
Bounce pass to Smith. Smith
Overpassed.
kicks it back to Mallory, and Mallory puts it up and in. You're right, it was an overpass, but it worked out okay. The Saints got the biggest lead of the night. Double digits, it's 52-42. Over the top, Wigman picks it out of the sky. Wharton gets
Norwell might need a timeout because they're falling apart again.
As Wigman got it forward to Wharton, Wharton started to head north, and she got smooshed. And the gym goes quiet. Isn't that weird how that happens once in a while? Lineup change for the Lady Knights. Wilson, who's got 4 fouls, back in the lineup. She's going to take place of Barger, who really has been playing too awfully bad the second half.
Dwenger has 2 reserves, Wharton and Wigman, and they're both playing real well right now for Dwenger.
5:48. The Saints have the basketball and a 10-point lead. Mallory with a basketball, high left wing, throws it back over to Smith. Smith, they're looking at her close. They get it to Ross. Ross is outside the arc. Throws it over the top. Smith's going to have to hustle and save it. She does. Gets it to Mallory, but it's stolen by Rawls, and he should let her go. And Smith stopped her from making the bunny, but fouled her. I'm not so sure that was a smart foul. Yeah, well, if they missed one, I guess so.
Logan Rouse is 6 out of 11 from the foul line. Kenny, this is her 12th and 13th foul shots, and she didn't even start.
Jada Smith, 3rd foul of the ball game. So we got Kolkman with 4, Ross with 4, and Smith with 3.
And Ross is still out there.
They're going to play smart. 5:31 on the clock. Made the front end and missed the second of 2 free throws, and the ball slapped out of bounds. The Saints will have the rock. Maurer going to check it. Gets it to Smith. Smith is going to be greeted about 3/4 court by Wilson. And Smith ought to just go right at her. She's got 4 fouls. She can't play too aggressive or she'll be out of the ball game. She does, but the help side defense helped her out. Norwell trips and falls. Loose ball gets into Ross's hands. She puts it up.
You know you're living right when you make a turnover right to your best player and she scores. Ross is having a good game on the offense.
54-43. They get it forward to Beer. Beer for 3. No good. Rebound goes long. Wharton snatches that one out of the sky. She finds Wigman.
Nice pass to Wigman.
Wigman lost it. Got it. Saved it.
Smith is everywhere. Grace Wharton, yeah. She's really hustling. She's got 4 points off the bench, 3 rebounds, and a lot of hustle points.
Mowry steals the basketball in the full court press. And she was last to touch it as it rolls out of bounds. So the Norwell Knights, well, they're going to change their mind. Referee conference, Saints basketball.
Coach Thornton cannot believe what's going on. I'm a little surprised he's not calling timeout and settled down Norwell. All of a sudden, they're down 13, and offensively and defensively, they're not up to snuff right now.
It's a 13-point lead in this game, folks, was tied at halftime. The Saints have the basketball, looking to extend that lead a little bit. Mowry says, come on in, cut it in. So
Grace Wharton's playing the game of her life. Beautiful play. She's got 6 just this quarter.
The shortest one in a matter of 4. Timeout, Norwell.
We knew that timeout was coming. Coach Thornton is sizzling right now.
But I like that play. You couldn't even see her amongst the defense, but they got it to her, and you saw the hand pop up, and the ball got into the basket.
They're playing a lot better team basketball, and that's why they got a 15-point lead.
Absolutely. We're going to stay right here because this is, I think, going to be a short timeout. So 4:37 on the clock, 58-43. Your score was tied 27 at halftime. So the Saints, although they've got more than 10 team fouls on them, they've made it to the middle of the 4th quarter. And they've got 2 players with 4, and they're 2 important players. It's Ross and Kolkman. And then Smith has got 3. So they're going to have to play smart this last 4:37, but they've also built themselves up a 15-point lead, Bob.
Jada Smith has 23 points. Ellen Ross has 16, but the spark plug in the last couple of minutes in the entire fourth quarter is Grace Wharton, 5'3" junior from St. John's, New Haven, 6 points, but hustle plays. They're playing team basketball. They're looking out for each other, picking each other up, and Grace Wharton and Jada Smith at the guard spots are really making something happen on both ends.
And again, the Saints set up the full court press. They let them get the basketball in, and then they chase around. They get to Wilson. Wilson just dribbles through everybody. Beer,
nice play.
Pass. Law to Dunnick. Dunnick flipped it the wrong direction, and guess who comes out of it? With Smith. Smith don't have numbers, and she recognizes that, pulls it back, and resets the offense. Still has the basketball. Calling out a little instructions. She even challenges the defender to come out. Takes a screen from Ross, goes around. Mowry has it in the left corner. They get it inside to Ross. Ross gets it inside the lane, kicks it out to Smith. Smith throws up a rainbow. Count it.
Can you say 26 points? This has got to be Jada's best game she probably played all year, at least point-wise.
Rawls helps break the press for Norwell. They get it to Wilson. Wilson drives, puts it up, partially blocked by Ross. Rebound Norwell. 3 on the way from Beer. She missed that one badly. Rebound rattle around, and it's going to go the Saints' direction. And so far, everything this half has been Bishop Dwenger Saints.
Kenny, what's hard to believe, Dwenger had 27 points at halftime.
Folkman in and Wigman, who I did a nice job again at the minute she played, is going to have a seat on the cushy chairs over here.
27 at halftime, and they have 61 here in the fourth quarter. 34 points since halftime.
Smith throws it over the top of Ross. A little bit too hot, threw it out of bounds. 61-43 the score, 3:39 on the clock.
Dwenger still pressing, and it's really hurting Norwell this entire game.
Beer bounce passes to Dunnick. Dunnick finds somebody.
Nice play.
Bucket, put it up, no good. Rebound slapped around Wharton. Gets it, and she is fouled by Wilson. That should
She's
be
everywhere.
Wilson's 5. That should be her 5th. Let's take a peek here. That's a 17th foul finally on the Norwell Knights, and that is indeed Wilson.
She fouled out with 2 points and 2 out of 4 from the foul line, and she seemed to run the offense, and that'll really hurt Norwell, and they don't need any more problems right now.
Fran Barger, the freshman, is going to check into the lineup. She was struggling handling the basketball early in the game during the first half. Done better the second half. We'll see how she does because the press is still here.
Grace Wharton has 3 baskets this quarter, and her first free throw, everything except stay in there.
But Norwell, 2 Norwell players fought for the rebound, threw it out of bounds, and guess what? The Saints have the ball again.
That's the way Norwell's night's been going, hadn't it, Kenneth?
The second half just has been nothing for them. They get it into Kolkman. Kolkman finds Smith. Smith's going to back it up, take a look at the clock. We got 3:23, 61-43 your score. Got a double high post. She can take a screen either direction. Decides to get it to Ross. Ross
nice pass to
Jose
Kolkman. Oh, she's got to take her time on those.
Put it up too hard off the glass, but she's going to go to the free throw line. Nice play as they threw it to the left post. Josie rolled from the right post, kind of a little give and go, and it worked.
And this is where she's very good. We don't want to jinx her, but she's 4 out of 4 from the foul line and doing a nice job.
That's Katie Roller's 4th foul of the ball game for Norwell. So the spark plug for Norwell got 4, and Josie Kolkman drains the first free throw. So we got a 19-point lead.
And they have been outscored. Norwell's been outscored 18-3 this quarter.
Kolkman misses the front end, rebound fought for, and Dunnick comes out of the pack with it for Norwell.
Dwenger cannot foul here.
They give it to Roller. Roller doing everything she can. They finally put up a 3 from the corner. Rebound Dunnick. Dunnick, wow, slapped out of her hand.
Good rebound. Good block again by Josie Kolkman.
And Smith
and Ross is wide open.
Run the floor. Smith got to get it forward to her. And 64-43 your score. The Saints playing the best second half of basketball they've played in a long time right here.
37 points this half.
Roller throws up a 3. No good. Ross.
Oh, that's got to be a foul. Jeez.
Body's crashing. The freshman runs it down for Norwell.
And now they called that.
Because somebody looked at somebody funny, I think. Wharton going to be guilty of that personal foul. They are really beating on each other on the inside, and they're not calling anything in the paint. They're calling everything outside the paint tonight. Kind of an odd evening for the referees. Barger, her first free throw is good. She's a left-hander. That closes the gap to 20.
She's 1 out of 2 from the foul line.
I'd say the Saints are going to snap this 4-game losing streak and snap it in a nice way here the second half. Second free throw, no good. Wharton pulls the rebound down. Somebody grabbed her arm. They didn't call that.
One of the smaller players on the floor. She has 5 points, 5 rebounds to go along with her 6 points, and good ball handling tonight.
And she rolls it out of bounds, but it was slapped out of bounds by Barger for the Knights. For the Saints retain possession. Natalie Maurer going to trigger it in under their own basket. 2:26, and the Saints up by 20, 64-44.
Jada Smith with 20 and Ellen Ross with 16.
They get it inside to Ross.
Oh, nice pass from Ross.
Get in there. Oh, and she missed another
boy,
one.
She's got to make those.
You know, when she makes the first couple, she's going to get hot and be hot the rest of the season.
She uses the backboard just a little better. She does a lot of good things. She's just got to make some of those bunnies.
Roller with the basketball, gives it to Rawls. Rawls serves up an ugly. Ross pulls down.
Norwell can't do anything right now, can they, Kenny?
No, it's a half that they would just rather forget.
There
nice
it is.
Get in there. Oh, Josie.
Goodness.
Had another easy bunny. Just won't go in. Wharton with a nice bounce pass into her.
Wharton's been making great passes this entire quarter.
1:50 on the clock. Beer for 3 way downtown. No good. A rebound off weak side to Rawls. Rawls fouled by Maury. So 64-44 is your score. 1:42 on the clock. And the Saints look like they're going to get a big W out of this deal.
Right before the holiday tournament. That's the way to go into the holiday tournament on a 64-point streak right now.
Nellam's going to check into the ball game for the Lady Saints. First free throw is good. 64-45 your score. And Natalie Maury, who's done a nice job for the Lady Saints tonight. Not so much in the scoring department, but she's disrupted an awful lot of passes and badgered them on the press. I don't think she's going to be out long. She's standing next to Coach Ing.
Rolls is 8 out of 16 from the foul line.
No good. Smith grabs the rebound for the Saints, and we're down to $1.30 on the clock. Nice screen by Kochman, freed Smith up. She gets it to Wharton.
Oh, what a move, and what a pass to Ross.
Got it inside to Ross, up and in.
A ton of assists from Grace Wharton tonight. She's really played well.
66-45 your score. They triggered into Ross, back to Roller. Roller guarded by Nellens, kind of buzzed by her. That's to Barger. Barger's going to try and go all the way, and Ross got in the way. And Barger lost control, no foul called. Ball's going to go the other direction. We're at $1.14 on the clock. Faith Taylor's going to check back into the lineup. Let's see who she goes in for. And I think going to go in for Ross. And Ross comes off the floor with a big grin on her face.
18 points and at least 10 to 12 rebounds. Typical game for Ellen Ross. When she's on, she's really on.
Timeout on the floor, so we're going to step out for 30 seconds too. You're listening to Redeemer Radio on 106.3 FM, Columbia City, Northeast Indiana.
Hey sports fans, listen to who just scored again. John Sullivan with RE/MAX. Buying a home or selling yours? You need the best coach around. Score with John Sullivan at RE/MAX. Score with John. Call RE/MAX and ask for John Sullivan to coach you in buying a home or selling yours. Sports fans, it's time to score with John Sullivan at RE/MAX.
And we're back, basketball fans. 1:14 on the clock. 66-45. The Saints up by 21.
Kenny, after 3 quarters, Dwenger had a 4-point lead. They outscored them crazy. The second half, third quarter, they've outscored them 20-5 after only leading by 4 going into this quarter.
Smith has a basketball badgered on the way down the floor by Beer. A couple of stop-and-go moves. Beer recovers kind of nice. Smith still has it. He's going to give it up to Nellum. Nellum at the top of the key. Slings it to Wharton. She's on the left wing kind of deep. Looking for somebody, and the defense doesn't come out to challenge her, so she throws it across the top to Heather Nellum. Nellum gets it over to Smith. We're inside 48 seconds. Smith doing some pretty nice ball handling in between the legs. A whistle. Stops play. Ball with 5 seconds.
I think Coach Inge maybe said we've got enough points, and they're just trying to work the ball around. Not trying to rub it in too much on Norwell. You don't see the Norwell Knights down by 20 too much the way they've had some good teams the last couple of years, do you, Kenny?
No, and they're actually rated 13th in the coaches poll for 3A. But they're taking one on the chin tonight. So Courtney Beer with the basketball. Dribbling it kind of high.
There's
crash. And her and Smith come together pretty hard here right in front of the scorer's table. That's an easy call. 8th foul on, way over the team foul, so it's going to be 2-shot foul for the senior in Courtney Beer.
She has 9 points, and she's 2 out of 4 from the foul line.
For a 5'3" guard, she does a pretty good job for the Knights. Makes the first free throw. Closes the gap to 20. 37.6 on the clock. Second free throw is up, no good. Rebound, Kolkman. Let's get her a bucket.
She's got 5 rebounds, and Dwenger's just done a nice job here since halftime. They have scored 39 points since half.
Smith to Wharton, Kolkman's outside. Maybe she ought to jack up a 3. Finds Nellum in the corner. Kolkman cuts to the bucket, but Dellum dribbled the basketball out of bounds off the baseline, basically. 17.8 on the clock. And they're going to still press. They get it forward to the freshman.
Please don't foul, girls.
Barger to Beer. Beer dumps it off in the corner. A fake, and they get inside. Back to Beer. Beer for 3. No good. She's been off the mark. Faith Taylor pulls the rebound down. 2-1. Kolkman has the basketball, and that is their ball game.
What a second half by the Saints. The Lady Saints, especially in that fourth quarter, Kenny.
Well, let's take about a minute and a half break. We're going to see if we can't get somebody to talk to us here. You're listening to Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM, Northeast Indiana.
Are you looking for an orthopedic specialist? Ortho Northeast has been serving the community for over 50 years with offices in 3 convenient locations. Look for the location nearest you. Dr. John Pritchard is a board-certified orthopedic surgeon with 20 years of experience with OME and can assist you with the best treatment plan for your knee or shoulder pain. Dr. John Pritchard is looking forward to meeting you and helping with all orthopedic needs. Call Dr. Pritchard at 260-484-8551 or visit the web at www.orthone.com.
Hello, sports fans. This is Father Bob Garrow, chaplain at Bishop Dwenger High School. It is time to get geared up for our fall sports season. Whether competing on the soccer field, golf or cross-country course, volleyball court, or on the gridiron, we wish good luck and great sportsmanship to all our student athletes and their teams. May we become the saints we are called to be. Saint Sebastian, pray for us.
You can help support your Catholic parish or school with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's Elevate program. You'll not only enjoy excellent personal service and save money with your new loan or credit card, you'll also be giving money back to the participating parish or school you care about. Let Notre Dame Federal Credit Union elevate all participating parishes or schools. Elevate can be reached at 844-230-6611 or visit us online at ndelevate.com. Independent from the university.
And we're back, basketball fans. What a second half by the Lady Saints. I talked to Coach Ing. I said, send me somebody. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 9 players over here. But the girl who ran the second half and just run the joint lit this place up. Jada Smith, what a second half.
Thank you.
What changed?
We just started reversing the ball and running our plays, and my teammates were getting in the right spots at the right time, so it made it easy for me to get them the ball. And then once they started collapsing on my teammates, I was able to get the shots.
Here, wait a minute, I want to touch. Yeah. She was hot.
You girls had 39 points as a team in the second half, and you were up 4 and wind up winning by 20, and you had 20. Is that as many as you've scored all year?
Yes.
That was an excellent job. You guys have been doing a fantastic job in the second half. Any talk of not pressing at one time or another because the fouls were rolling up quick, and we were kind of concerned that they would make up some time at the foul line. But
no, we decided to keep the pressure on, and they were turning the ball over, and we got some steals, and that built up our momentum, and that's where we got our lead, I think.
Well, you did a wonderful job leading the team tonight. We probably the quarterback of the crew. Pick somebody. We'll talk to anybody who's not shy.
Josie.
Grace. Oh, yeah. Put Josie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a thanks a lot look. I can see
the
that.
The problem with Josie is,
there's no problem with Josie. You block more shots than anybody I've seen in the city.
Thanks.
You're doing a really good job defensively. You're going to get a couple buckets on the inside, and you're going to go crazy. I can just see it this year. You're doing a nice job on the inside. Your confidence at the free throw line really.
You were 5 out of 6 tonight. You guys shot unbelievable from the foul line.
So, had a rough play on the inside tonight. You got any bruises and beats on them?
Probably somewhere.
Tell them who your dad is. They'll stop that stuff, you know. My God, you guys doing a nice job on the inside. They really didn't call a whole lot of fouls on the inside tonight, Bob. What do you think of the inside play?
Yeah, it was tough, but you had, I don't know how many blocks I had you for, anywhere from 6 to 7 rebounds, 5 out of 6 on the foul line. Make a couple of those bunnies, and you got 15, 16 points. You just played well again all night.
You're going to scare people. You start
yeah.
Well, thank you.
We're cheering hard for you. We see it go up. Oh, man, it's got to go in. So, anybody else? Anybody gun shy over here? Miss Wharton, anybody?
What?
Oh, yeah, why not? Here's another one that I like watching play. You do a really nice job.
You had a ton of enthusiasm. You really played hard tonight.
But when you come onto the floor, it looks like you're ready to go, and like a spark plug, you're getting fired up. And if the kids are a little bit flat, not anymore, because you're going to just out hustle everybody. So.
And you were all over the floor. You guys did well tonight. You did well, and you had a bucket in the first quarter. And then you just did the hustle plays after that.
Yeah, that's a microphone. Nobody sees your thumb up like
Yeah.
that. I talk with my hands all the time, and I catch trouble.
They would put us on TV anyway.
No, but tell us about the game from your perspective. What do you think of it?
It was one of our better games. We've been kind of down in a slump, but yeah, I think that our defense sets us apart from other teams, and our defensive intensity definitely helps us keep the game rolling.
They did a good job. Now, I don't know if I would call what you've been in a slump, because you played a surprisingly good Northrop team. Homestead, Concordia, and who else? Probably the best 4 teams in here, and Snyder.
Yeah.
And you come out of there, and tonight, a little bit flat in the first half, and Norwell's not a bad ball club. And you guys were rated, I think, 11th in the state in 3A, and they're 13th. So we expected to evenly match, but we didn't expect you to spank them like that in the second half. So you guys did a really nice job. Fun to watch, and I think Miss Wharton's up next.
Oh, great.
Grace is up. If we don't interview Grace, her dad will kill us.
Oh, yeah. He's already eyeballing us and stuff.
No.
There's another young lady that hustled hard tonight. You seem to be at the right spot at the right time. Do you have, like, a specialty of interior passing?
No.
Well, you made several good interior passes tonight that really caught the defense off guard and stuff. And the one inbounds play, I didn't see you at all. All I saw was 4 blue uniforms, and I saw one hand go up, a left hand, and up and in. It was really a nice hustle.
What was interesting, until the fourth quarter, you went crazy. You had 4 rebounds tonight. And you're one of the shortest girls out there. 4 rebounds, 6 points, and I don't know how many beautiful passes. And the lane just seemed to open up for you.
Thank you.
And you did a real good job. So
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it.
I think
this, and this will really help going into the holiday tournament.
Yes, got all of us pumped for it, definitely. Definitely coming out of this slump, it's definitely going to be good to come out of this game and into the holiday tournament.
Again, you guys use the word slump. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, you guys have played 4 really, really good teams, and you now know what kind of level to play at, because you know what they're going to come at you with and stuff, and that makes a great big difference.
Thank you.
Guys, coach, you
had,
set the whole team. It works for me, brother. Any old time.
22 points just in the fourth quarter.
Well, thank you very much. We'll
Good
take
luck
the
in the
head coach
holiday
from you.
tournament.
Thank you.
Work
Thank you very
over
much.
too
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah, you did a nice job.
You did a
tonight.
wonderful job. Good night.
Now that was fun. We got
Boy, when we
4
get,
of them.
I'll tell you, Kenny, we had everybody, and a couple of them I'm not even sure who they are. And I have with a couple of the new ones until I look at the number. Winnie O'Brien. It was funny. Winnie O'Brien
She's talking
scored a
with her
bucket in the
hands.
first quarter. Yeah, but all kidding aside, Grace Wharton, as all of them. But that fourth quarter, she just hustled her tail off. Winnie O'Brien did a nice job. Ellen Ross and Jada Smith had 38 points between them, but O'Brien had 2, Wharton had 6, Kochman had 5, a ton of rebounds and a lot of block shots. And if she did block the shot, she changed the shot. They were intimidated by Josie Kochman tonight. Mowry had 7, a quiet 7, but she just played a good ball game. And the freshman Carissa Wigman had 6 points. Just a good ball game. And when you ran into a tough stretch, as you said, Kenny, playing the tough teams they have, this is the game they needed tonight. They go into the holiday tournament scoring 66 points, and they scored 27 in the first half, 39 since halftime. And the big thing, they held Norwell to 19 points in the second half and 6 in the fourth quarter when they blew this game out of the water.
Yeah, again, I keep harping this point. It was tied at 27 at halftime. So it's just amazing. The girls did a really, really good job. We got 1 or 2 more spots to get in, and we'll come back with our closing thoughts. You're listening to Kenny and Bob having a good time on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM, Northeast Indiana.
Our hope grows as we anticipate the coming of Jesus during this Advent season. We continue to act in charity to spread the faith through the organizations we support. Redeemer Radio is a resource that helps turn the listener towards Christ. Maybe your life has been impacted by a message that you hear. Pass that gift along and share the message with others through your charitable gift. As you make choices about your giving during December, please prayerfully consider a gift of hope to Redeemer Radio.
And we're back for the final time tonight. What a ball game. That was fun. It's always fun when the team are kind of pulling 4 wins, but they won big and they had a great second half. There are nights when we can't get anybody to interview, and you don't want to disturb them because it's a tough ball game or coach wants to talk to them about something right away. And I looked at Coach Ing and said, send me somebody. He sent 9 players over tonight. So.
And the entire school, they've had a tough week. This is final week at Bishop Dwenger, and finals are a big deal, especially in an academic school like Dwenger. So these girls are probably ready to blow a little steam off, and they did from a basketball standpoint. Norwell really struggled tonight, but I'll tell you, as good a coach as Norwell has and as good a program as they had, they're not going to be down long. Everybody has a bad game. Dwenger was on a losing streak because they played tough teams. Norwell just ran into a buzzsaw tonight, Kenny, and before the season's over, Norwell's going to show everybody how good they are.
Well, I think that streak of 4 games playing those 4 tough teams really did. I don't know which one of the girls I mentioned to, but you know what kind of level to come out and play at now. You just don't come out and feel each other out. You know where these guys are at, the Snyders, the Homestead.
And in the holiday tournament, they're going to run into all those teams,
sure.
So they're going to have to be ready for it.
Absolutely. So a very good night for the Lady Saints, especially in the second half.
Christmas came early for the Lady Saints tonight.
I haven't seen Coach Ing smile that big in a couple, 3
And he was really into the game.
Yeah, he absolutely was. So, we're going to have to go, and we're done until January, what do we say, January 7th. That's a Saturday. We'll be at Bishop Lures High School at a 3:25 Saturday afternoon game. But we picked it because Canterbury is the opponent, and they're always a pretty good ball club. So.
And the Van Houten girl is as good as anyone in the area.
Yep, we watched her last year, and the Saints, I think, who was it, Lewis or Dwenger? I don't remember who played her, but they took her pretty much out of the ball game. They chased her around a lot, and they were able to beat Canterbury in sectionals last year. So that's going to be January 7th, which means Bob and I are going to go through with some withdrawal a little bit. But we want to make sure everybody has a Merry Christmas.
And a blessed Christmas.
A blessed Christmas, a Merry Christmas, a great New Year. And you got any final thoughts, Coach?
No, it was just a great game. What a way for Dwenger to get ready for the holiday tournament. We want everybody to have a good holiday. I can't believe, Kenny, the older you get, it seems like the year goes very quickly, and we're not going to be any basketball to next year. So we've had a great start to our season. We can't wait to next year when we really get into the brunt of our schedule. And we got 2 good girls teams and 2 good boys teams, Lures and Dwenger, and it's going to be fun next year.
Yep, you're right. Time flies the older you get. My brother told me they take 10 seconds out of a minute when you get to 40, and I thought he was nuts until I got to about 45, and I think it'd take 15 seconds. So make sure you spend time with your family. Tell them you love them. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Drive safe, stay warm. We'll be back to you in January. If you see us at the gym, come over and say hi.
And the holidays are family, and so we hope everybody has a great family get-together, and we can't wait to talk to you next year.
Thank you very much for listening. We'll talk to you later.